What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm going to be doing some Feral Druid Mythic plus 15 Temple. I'm not going to try to pronounce the last word, Sethraliss, Sethraliss, I don't know. But I wanted to take a break from healing, so I wanted to do some DPS. And I thought Feral would be pretty good. I did my Azurite traits basically has my crit over 70% for 80% of all the damage I do. So I was thinking I would do some pretty good damage. I didn't do bad. What's it say down there right now? I don't even know. 52k, something like that. I think I did in the mid 40s, 40k-ish. And then I did, yeah, so about mid 40s. It's not super high, but I guess it was not bad. I've been in groups where all the DPS were in the 60s, and I've been in groups where all the DPS were in the 40s, healing, even plus 15s. Plus 15s, I think you need to be 50 plus from just what I've seen, just because some of the boss fights are kind of based on kind of a timer. Your damage needs to kill the boss in X amount of minutes kind of thing. But yeah, so I thought I'd try out Feral. You know, I'm still off healing. I'm still running healing for my Guardian Affinity kind of thing. My Affinity is healing. It's Resto. But yeah, so just basic spec. Kind of found it online from another Feral who was doing Mythic 15 pluses and higher. So I was like, if it's working for him and he's doing all these, it should work for me. So yeah, damage wise, it's not crazy amount, but it's not bad. My bleeds do tick for a lot, and I do have over 70% crit for most of it. So, like I said, you would think I would be doing a shit ton of damage, but we'll see. Again, I think I ended up in the mid 40s. I think I'd probably do more damage as balance, and it seems like balance is better just because Solar Beam can silence the whole mob for a while. And then I should have spec'd in, and then the Trents, the little Trents that you can pop out. I heard that's a good talent to have just because, you know, it can taunt off the tank and the tank doesn't take damage while they're taking damage kind of thing. But yeah, so I'm going Feral just to see how it goes. My bleeds are hitting for a shit ton, which is nice. And yeah, so things are dying. I'm thinking it's going good. I got recount on the bottom. My damage... my overall damage is down because I do off heal some. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, shit. Might as well try it out, right? It's a Mythic 15 and we did it in time, so I can't be too mad about that. Popping everything here. Did I pop Berserker? Yeah, I popped Berserker. Okay, so I'm popping everything here on this first one. Damage here. I'm doing a shit ton of damage here because my overall DPS just went up 7k, so... I'm doing a shitload of DPS there. I have to run out from the mob because I get the dot on me. I don't want to hurt anybody else. Jump back in. Put Rake back on. Hopefully here soon. I don't. Take a lot of damage there, which is fine. There's Rip. Okay, I do put Rip and Rake back on. Switch back to him. We did run a bunch of melee. Actually, all melee, it looks like. So it's probably not the best week for that. So I kind of have to run out every time the Earthquake pops up. But yeah, so DPS wasn't too bad, man. I mean, as you can see, everything's basically critting what I'm doing. Critting on both of them. The bleeds don't tick for as much as they used to. I don't know why. Again, this is why I haven't seen Ferals in many arenas in the 1800 bracket, and I haven't seen them in Mythics. I've done a couple with balance Druids, couple of, couple Mythic 15s. With balanced Druids, but I haven't done any with Feral, so I thought I would try it out. Why not, right? We all kind of stacked there on that Earthquake instead of peeling off, so Healer's going to have to work for his money right now. But yeah, I'm getting good ticks. I got crazy. So yeah, I actually jumped up to 43k, and I was at 37, so it jumped up overall damage 5k just from... that boss fight. So I was doing decent damage on the boss fight. I should have reset it before the boss fight just so I know what exactly I'm doing. I get hit by one of those things like a retard, so I have to heal myself. Coming up to DPS this guy. I do the Tiger's Fury, which is how I have so much crit. And then it also increases my damage for 15%, puts my crit over 70. So I kind of did this build. I've seen Ferals running haste, stacking a shit ton of haste, and that seems to be working good too. I have a shitload of crit, so I just wanted my bleeds to tick as much as possible. Of course, the earthquake, everybody takes damage. And we're going through this. I actually healed this 15 last week, I believe. Yeah, last week. So, yeah, it's not a big issue. But as DPS, this is my first 15 as Feral. And I didn't even try any as balance because I just kind of went back to healing. I think healing might be what I'm better at. So why not do what you're better at kind of thing. Kill the ads as fast as possible. Ads are dead. And then skip all this part, which is nice. Since I'm running behind them and we don't really need to DPS them right now, I'm just going to throw up rejuves on everybody. And the good thing about Feral is the instant cast regrowth when you use 5 combo points. So since I always use 5 combo points, that's a shitload of self-healing that helps the healer. And I also throw it on the tank sometimes and the healer sometimes, whoever's low. So if you see that leaf pop up in the middle of the screen, that's my weak aura. It's just saying I have a free regrowth up if I want it or if I need to put it on somebody else. And there's another one. So it's going to be up a lot. I'm sure that's what you were wondering is why the hell does this random dude have a leaf in the middle of his screen? And that's why. So go through the portal. We're about to have to DPS the shitload of these guys. I throw up my rejuve on the tank just because. Why not? Get stacks, 5 stacks quick, 5 combo points. He pulls a lot here, like a whole lot. I war stomp just to kind of get a silence on him. I'm using as much bleeds as possible. I'm using as much AoE as possible. Like I'm just trying to use everything I got. There's a shitload of damage going out, and there's a shitload he's going to be taking. So healer did really well right here. I probably would have yelled at the tank if I was healing this, like why you pull so fucking much. But that's just me. So right now I'm off healing. Wild growth, everybody. You know, if we wipe, it hurts everybody. It doesn't just hurt me. So there's no point in not off healing when you can. They heal when they go through the red. He's kiting them through the red circles. Not the best move, but can't be too mad at him because he pulled like 10 of them. So they're going to be walking through the red. Get my rake up, get my bleeds up. And yeah, so somebody died. It's time for me to off heal a little bit, which I do. Oh, and I battle resed him, the monk DPS. But yeah, I mean, we should be killing Skull, of course, but I want to keep break up on everything. And I want to keep my bleeds up on everything as much as I can, just so, you know, the damage is happening. Again, I'm still in the 40s, 43k DPS. With me having 474 item level, I should be higher than that, I think. But that's just my opinion. I think I would be higher than that if I went balance, but I didn't try balance. So that's on me. I didn't release here because there's only one left. So I had a feeling we were going to kill him, and that way somebody can res me. The monks can res, the healer can res, everybody can res. So, and I already used my battle res on that pool, so, you know, it would have been smarter just to do shorter pools because we lost a minute because 2 minutes because 2 people died. So I get rezzed, I'm going to heal myself up, and that way the healer can drink and not have to worry about my health, which he does. Of course, I go cat form, I go stealth, so I can get my opening rake stun on one of them. There it is. So then I throw my dots up on the rest. I mean, it's a fun spec. Even in PvP, it was a lot of fun. The damage output wasn't insane. It's better in PvP than PvE from what I see. But it's just fun, man. Sometimes you got to take a break from what you're doing. I don't have enough confidence in me to tank because I would be super pissed if we got to the final boss and we're at like 98% and we got to run back and kill something. Like that would just drive me up the wall. But there is good interrupts, there is good bursts, there is good bleeds. Like Feral isn't crappy, but it's not as good as it used to be in my eyes. Feral used to be insane. You just put bleeds and run around, and whatever you put bleeds on would instantly die almost. But it was like a melee affliction warlock, how that used to be. But yeah, rakes up all the way. I get my crit really high. I get a 5 combo point rip on them. Basically, just having fun, man. except my DPS isn't the best. I put rake up on everything here. I put a rip on one just for fun. Raking the next one. I'm doing my AoE damage there. I do a ferocious bite to get that because I kind of figured I was going to get hit. And everyone's kind of get hit. I'm a regrowth the healer and the tank. The healer, for some reason, likes to get hit. I got hit again, so I can't really say too much. But, yeah. So, boss comes up. It's time to jump on him. Put my rake back on him. Try to get 5 combo points to put a rip on him. There's the rip. So, I got rip and rake on them. They're bleeding good. We all got stunned there because I wasn't paying attention, and we're all melee, so we all got earthquaked, which was horrible. But with my self heals and the healer throwing me a couple heals, it wasn't too bad. Rake what I can, get the thing of snakes on me, which is fine. Still raking. And what I found out, 5-star rip on that one. I did a mythic 15 last night. And I was healing, and I actually did 15k DPS for the whole dungeon. So it kind of made me feel pretty good to be able to heal over 40,000 heals or HPS heals per second, and still do 15k damage. So I guess healing's the way to go. If you're a healer in Mythics, you're gonna have to hit DPS. If you're a DPS in Mythics, you're gonna have to off heal if you can. It's just the way it goes. But we're doing some crazy damage on them here. Bursting on them. I got 3 bleeds on them. I'm ferocious biting. I should wait until I have 25 rate or energy to do ferocious bite, just because it can increase the damage by 100%. So, I mean, it's not smart for me to instantly do ferocious bites with no energy, and that would increase my damage some. But as you can see, like, the monk is doing crazy damage. The rogue is doing crazy damage. And I'm hovering at 40k. Not the best. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not the best at Feral, but, you know, I'm decent at Druid. I mean, I've been playing Druid since BC. Yeah. And that Earthquake, of course, having 4 melee is stupid. I'm really surprised and shocked we actually got through this. Just because having all this melee is just dumb. Before I jump back in, I put my dots up, anything, I run back in and instantly die. So yeah, that gives you an idea of how I went from full health to no health in about 3 seconds. And it was just a one shot because I ran in, he was doing an AoE shock and the earthquake, and we're all melee, and it's just stupid. So I've died 3 times now, and the monks died once. So yeah, we have 4 deaths. I'm trying to run, but everybody runs to the same damn spot. So it's like, why run at all? Standing in the purple shit that's dumb. I heal. Try to heal. I'm going to try to heal everybody up now, or at least put a dot. I wild growth and put some rejuves up. I guess the good thing is Feral's fast, so I can run through that pretty quick. But it's a shit show, man. As you can tell, I am not an experienced DPS in BFA. I think I've only tanked and played heals. So yeah, back to healer I go. Open with the rake prowl. So rake stealth, not rake prowl. It is prowl, but whatever. Here's the earthquakes again. So I kind of peel out. We don't really peel out. We're shit. Trying to blow up this guy as quick as possible. That one does the AoE bullshit. Monk uses karma on him, which is fine. I think the tank pulled pretty aggressively, and actually, he's not very geared. He tanked the 15, which is good. Can't really talk shit about that, but it's like, don't know about that. But my bleeds are ticking like crazy. I'm using the first talent where if something dies with the bleed on them, my Tiger's Fury is reset. So that's one reason I have so much crit at all times. Yeah, just DPSing as much as I could. I should have thrown a rake on the other one. We don't have a spell still. Mage is very good at this place because he can spell still the charges that these big guys accumulate and discharge. So he can actually spell those and do crazy amount of damage off of it. Bleeds are ticking good. You know, not super high, but not super bad. But again, nothing compared to healing and doing 15k damage instead of not healing and doing 40k damage. But I am off healing, so it's not like I'm doing nothing, but it could be better. I should put a rip here. There you go. Got my rip and my bleeds on it. Got my rip on both of them. Of course, the rogue pulls another dude up here for some reason. Don't know why. But yeah, it's like they were worried about time, which I understand. Don't get me wrong. But it's like if you pull smart and you stay focused and controlled, you don't have deaths. And deaths take a minute off. So it's like the best thing to do. Of course, the rogue's going down. The healer isn't actually that fully geared. We were actually carried by the monk and rogue damage, to be honest with you. The monk and rogue damage is the reason we actually completed this and got through it. And because the tank's not very geared. I mean, he's got 800k health, but still not super geared. Wild growth, rejuve everybody in between pulls to help out the healer. And back to DPSing. And maybe I got a healer mentality now. I think that could be because I'm noticing how much I'm actually off healing here. And that could be that. I'm just very heal oriented. But yeah, so DPS and Feral, I'm looking like shit. I'm looking down a recount being like, I have to be doing more than this. I mean, the tank is doing more damage to me. That's really sad. I actually apologize at the end of this run. We make it in time, but I apologize, and I'm like, I'm sorry for my damage. It sucked. And if I had geared to go Boomy, I would have tried Boomy out in the middle of this run, but my Azurite traits are all Feral, so it wouldn't have been that good of a... It would have made sense to do it. But, yeah, healing myself up, healing out others, DPSing when I can. Here comes Earthquake, run away. But, yeah, I call it Earthquake. It's probably not Earthquake. This boss is super simple. With 4 melee and 1 healer, it's going to be a little more difficult. But it's not going to be that much difficult. Just get in front of the totems as a DPS. Don't let the tank take them. And yeah, just DPS. So, got my rake up, got my rip up, got my other bleed up. Got another Ferocious Bite in. I used Berserker. I'm using everything. Tiger's Fury, Berserker, everything. We have drums for Lust. So, it's just go crazy hard right here. And my boss fight damage must be pretty good because it does bring it up thousands for the run. So mob pulls sucks. Single target damage on the boss, it seems to be doing a lot better. The healer took that one. I'm going to take this one. Or I'm going to try to. Rogue keeps kind of jumping in front of me, but I'm going to try to take this one. That way the healer doesn't have to worry about it. Plus I have good self heals, so I'm doing that. And yeah, just staying with it, sticking to it. My rip's about to fall off, so I should reapply that here pretty soon. Yep, I used the Feral Frenzy at the bottom to get 5 instant dots real quick. I like it. A lot of people use Blood Talons. I think Blood Talons DPS wise is probably the best route to go. But I use it just because it's another bleed. My mastery is real high, and it gives me 5 combo points. So if I need to reapply a rip without having enough energy to get 5 combo points, I just hit that and reapply rip, and I got a full rip on them. We barely get through that without dying from the earthquakes. We're going to try to just run. I don't like this method, but again, it is what it is. I'm moonfiring up. I hate being melee right now because it just sucks. Because you can't kill these things without getting in the area to actually DPS them, and it's just a shit show. But I'm trying to, there's not much I can do right now. We're not trying to kill them right now, so I'm just throwing up heals as much as I can, and just try to keep everybody topped off. That way healer doesn't have to worry about it. Got 3 hots on the tank, and if you should know if you're doing a video on Feral and you're talking about hots, you're a healer. I mean, that's what you should just be. But yeah, now it's time to kill them. So bleeds up, of course. All 5 bleeds up. I need to get out of this little thing. I don't, but I self-heal. I'm stupid for not getting out of that. But with my self-heals, it shouldn't be an issue. The healer did throw a couple heals on me, which is nice, but self-heals, I should have been fine there. Ferocious Bite's hitting for 80k right there as a crit. And I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not the best either. I throw a rejuve on the tank before he goes through. He goes through. It's DPS time. So I go to the elite first. I should use my Tiger's Fury, which will increase my crit a shit ton. Yeah. And then I should do some AoE stuff, which I don't for some reason. Maybe they're just melting, so I kind of just let them melt. DPS there, I ran into the lightning because I didn't want to pull that pat, but of course we're going to pull it anyways. It's just the way it goes. Yeah, so I should do some AoE stuff. Hopefully, I think I'm putting rake up on everything now. And there goes my AoE little burst. And yeah, so get the orbs, put it in the skull. Good to go. Good to go. If you're still watching this, you're probably mesmerized by how shitty my DPS is and how we actually did 15 plus in time. You're welcome. No, I'm just playing. No, it is kind of shit. I'm DPSing this Guardian. I got aggro on him somehow. We were going to try to kill him. That way we can get the orb and go. The rogue actually gets it and throws it, which is nice. He's slowed. The orb guardian slowed, which is nice. And now it's time to run over here and do whatever damage I can. It's not going to be much, but it should be some. I should use Tiger's Fury. It's not up yet. So something hasn't died in the last 30 seconds that had my bleed on it. I use it there and do the AoE, and it hits for a shit ton, which is nice. It's critting on each one, 12, 15k, somewhere around there. And there's a bunch of them. Put rake up on everything I can. I put a rip up on a couple of them just for shits and giggles. But yeah, so just stay alive. The healer does a good job. The good AoE stun there by the tank or the DPS, whichever one did it. And then just do AoE as much as you can. It would have been nice to be booming because I could have just Sunfire, Moonfired them all and then did Falling Stars or whatever it's called. Starfall. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But Starfall on it and then just let them melt. But yeah, so Orb Guardians, I believe it's open now. I'm not even going to look over because the tank's running back to the obelisk. So it has to be open. So it's time to DPS. I find the elite. Reapply my dots, do a Ferocious Bite. I got my crit still up, so I do some AoE stuff. And I'm finally out DPSing the tank. I know you were waiting for that. Just a shitty video of DPS, and somehow we still made it because I got basically carried. But everyone dies, yay. I try to heal, and I do heal, but then I need to get to the obelisk, and of course, I get aggroed and get hit by the time I get through. So now I'm slowing them even more. These are not elites, so I should be able to kill them quick, except my damage is shit. So, yeah, it's just not good. I got Rip on one, Rake on all three. Ferocious Biting just to self-heal, because I know the healer is probably already down the ramp to where the new boss is. I War Stomp just to get a little stun on them. Reapply Rip, reapply Rake. No real issues. I can heal myself through this without a problem. But yeah, it's just stupid. I used Tiger's Fury finally, so now my crit's up. This is when they start to melt a little bit. Just because I have my crits up. Over 70k crit, or 70% crit is nice. But I finally kill them, and it's time to go through the obelisk to catch up to my team, and then let them understand why they're wondering, where the fuck is this guy? Right now I'm doing 45k DPS. It's not the best. I think if I practice more with Feral, I could get it into the 50s. Looking at this, I see I'm missing some 5 combo points where I'm still hitting shred instead of using the combo points. But yeah, it's just I could have done a lot better, and I hate being bottom. I hate being bottom heals. I hate being bottom DPS. I hate being all that stuff. I run past the portal for some reason because I'm dumb. Now I find the portal, so I'm going through the portal. He's already got everything going. The healer actually died. Don't know how that happened, but let me battle res him. And then Wild Growth. The healer actually released. Don't know why. You have me. I have battle res. And I've only used one, so we should be fine. And we all kind of wipe. Yeah. I'm telling the heals I was going to battle res you. Or rebirth in PvE. In PvP it's battle res, but whatever. But I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, now we got to do this. Now we're wasting time. We wiped. It's like it would have been so much smarter just to not release, and I would have battle res you. And then I go through this portal thinking, oh, this will be faster, but of course it's not. So I do go through the portal because I can skip all this lightning bolt bullshit here that somehow hits you when you're not even there, and I don't know, it's stupid. I swear I don't get hit, and so all of a sudden it flings me back for some reason. Time-wise, we still have 10 minutes, and we're at the final boss, and we're percent-wise good, so time-wise we're fine, and that's with 8 deaths now. So 8 deaths is a lot of deaths. Just putting it out there. I've done Mythic 15s with no deaths, and I think no deaths when you do 16, 17, 20. So I don't know how some people are doing 23. I don't know where you find a group for that, because I think in looking for a group, you would find one bonehead out of 4 or out of 5 people that would screw up getting time at the super high ones, but maybe just run with the same team, which would be nice. I would like to find a good DPS tank team that I could heal. Because I heal a shit ton. Like, I think that's where I need to stick and stay. So get my rake up, get my rip up 5 dots, use Tiger's Fury so my crit's over 70%. Just doing what I can, interrupting when I can. I interrupted that lava burst. Everyone's back. We need priest buff, but of course he forgets right now. Yeah, I mean, honestly and truthfully, heals wasn't the best. Somehow our DPS fucking carried us. That monk's still doing in the 80s. The rogue's doing in the 70s. Like, it's fucking crazy how much damage they're doing. I'm at 44k right now. And I thought 44k because I've been told around 50 is good for 15s. And then for every one you go up, you need to be up a couple thousand more. So, just what I've been told. But I thought 45 to 50k would be enough. I got made to look like a retard. The good thing is this boss, you have to heal a lot. So I'm going to help the healer a lot with healing this guy. Or healing us while he's healing him. And it's time for the final boss. So here we go. Nothing too hard here. Except this guy's already standing in red. So that means he's healing himself. Which is pissing me off. Because I'm like, why isn't my damage doing and shit? Because he's standing in the red. Which heals him. And I can't out damage that. So we just need a stun on him or something to get him out of that red. Which I could have stunned him, I guess. This one's not standing in red, so I'm going to go DPS him. I use the Tiger so I can have some crazy crit here. I use my Azurite trait. Major slot trait. And then, yeah, just DPS. This guy's starting to go down. I don't want to be in the lightning, so I move, which is good. Because as a healer, you hate when people just stand in dumb shit. And I don't want to be that person. Even though I am that person. The good thing is, for the way I spec my feral in this one, every person that dies resets Tiger's Fury. So right there, reset Tiger Fury. Well, I have Tiger Fury up on me, but it's reset. So now I can literally hit it again and be rolling, which I should hit again. Let's see. Do I hit it? Nope, I don't hit it. See, I wasted a lot of damage in here. Now looking back, I think I could do in the 50s, mid 50s, maybe even up mid 50s probably. Time to heal him. So I throw my rejuve, my regrowth on him, my swiftman on him, and I'm gonna throw all the regrowths I can on him, and just to try to heal him up. The monks have off healing too, so they're throwing their heals on him, and we should have them enough now where the next session will start, which is right now. But yeah, so lightning's coming, the earthquakes are coming, damaging Tiger's Fury. I'm doing a bunch of damage. That's not my Mind Flay, by the way. I don't know whose Mind Flay that was, but it makes me look good, so I'm cool with it. And this guy's going to go down, which is nice. Kind of soloed him, which is cool with me. I'm trying to slow the frogs as much as I can, just because they go after the healer, it seems like. And yeah, I just want him to be okay, because healing while getting attacked from aggro is just a shit show. And he hasn't been the best. So yeah, just healing when I can, doing what I can. And after this, we should have a Lust or a Drums coming up. But again, Tiger Fury all the way up has my crit over 70%, which is super nice. I Wild Growth Us, which is actually going to hit him also. I regrowth him, I rejuve him, and I'm off healing everyone I can. Of course, everyone's stacking up for some stupid ass reason. This was not the textbook group. We made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. My damage was low, and 4 melee during this week is just a no-no. So somehow we did it. I'm impressed. Put my rip up, put my rake up, use Tiger's Fury, over 70% crit. I think it's 73%. I just say over 70. 100k Ferocious Bite, which is nice. Another 100k Ferocious Bite. Actually, I'm using Berserker on this guy too. He's melting. I should have reapplied Rake. That was a little late to reapply Rake, but he's melting, so I'm not too worried. Time to move to the next one. Rake, rip. There you go. I'm standing in Lightning. I move out, which is nice. Use my Azurite Major trait, do some damage, and yeah, just burst the shit out of as many people as I can. Rake this person, it slows them. I should throw a Ferocious Bite on him probably because he's almost dead, so there's no reason to put a rip on him. Tiger's Fury's reset, use it, and just keep using. I think that was my thing that I messed up. Just keep using that as often as I can. I War Stomp there just to do an interrupt. And yeah, so everyone is dying. We have hit the... does he make 100%? Yeah, he made 100%. Tank did that perfectly. I'm staring in red. But yeah, so we did the 15, 31 minutes, 38 seconds, and we played like shit. I only got Azurites, which is fine. I think I did a bonus roll, though. What did I get on my bonus roll? I say thank you for run. Good job, all. Just because I sucked. I did get loot. It's Versatility Mastery Leggings. But yeah, so I did get loot. My overall DPS was 44.3k, which is horrible. The rogue and monk just destroyed this place, and I look like a retard. But we did it in under 15. Sometimes you got to carry someone. He said, "Did you buy that run?" I said, "No, but I should have." It was just a good run. Feral is what it is. I'm going back to healing. Thank you for watching. If you like, subscribe, and take care.